Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, October 23rd, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. The women's physique lineup at the Ferrigno Legacy Classic is already shaping up to be a must-see TV event. And that was before Lise Thexton officially came out and inserted herself into the mix. Over the weekend, we were able to get our hands on some exclusive new progress photos from our sources inside Team Sexton, as the third-year pro heads down the home stretch for her 2017 debut. Sexton really made a name for herself last year at the Toronto Pro, where she put together the best overall performance of her career, on her way to a hotly contested second-place finish. The word I'm hearing is that Sexton made some major improvements from front to back during the off-season, and if those reports turn out to be true, she could very well end up emerging from the weekend as one of the major storylines if she can pull off the upset victory. The theory of natural selection states that in order for an organism to survive, it must adapt to its environment. And it doesn't look like emerging figure standout Stephanie Hammermeister is having any problems adapting to her new surroundings. Less than a week removed from delivering a very solid fourth-place effort back at the Border States Pro, Hammermeister is already back to putting in long hours at the office. Late last week, she released some video from her first post-show shoulder workout, where we see her showing off a little bit of that 3D muscle that makes her so intriguing as a prospect. Even with her limited stage experience, you can already see that Hammermeister is on the verge of being a real strong force in this division. So as long as she makes the right adjustments, she's got a real shot to come out and have a very strong season in 2018. These days, if you want to build a brand, you better make sure you've got a little bit of social media savvy. And thankfully for his sake, men's physique all-star Brandon Hendrickson has learned to master the art of Flex Friday. Last week, Hendrickson released a couple of impromptu gym shots showing off some of the fruits of his post-Olympia labor. And from what I'm hearing, Hendrickson is approaching his off-season like a man on a mission, after feeling like he was overlooked by some of the talking heads heading into this year's Olympia. When you're an elite athlete at the level of a guy like Brandon Hendrickson, you look for any little bit of motivation you can get. So now that he's highly motivated, let's see what sort of damage a pissed off Brandon Hendrickson can do once the start of the 2018 season finally rolls around. I've heard people say that consistency is the true measure of greatness in sports, and there weren't too many athletes in bodybuilding who were more consistent this year from start to finish than Michael Lockett. In just about every sense, 2017 was a career year for the Cleveland product, who tallied up 6 top 5 finishes, including 2 major back-to-back wins at the Chicago and Vancouver Pros. A little over a month removed from his second straight Olympia outing, it seems like the momentum train has kept on rolling right into the early part of his off-season. The early word coming out of the Lockett camp is that the focus right now is adding quality thickness from front to back, so they can bring in a more detailed and complete look when he returns back to the stage sometime next season. When he stands alone, an athlete like Michael Lockett has the sort of rare genetic gifts that make him damn near unbeatable. As long as he can stay focused on the task at hand, big things should be in store again next season. In the words of the great American philosopher Lil Wayne, it ain't stunting if you got it. And there isn't another woman in the figure division who's got more of a reason to stunt right now than reigning figure Olympia champ Sidney Gillen. Just over a month into her reign at the top, preparations for her first title defense are now officially underway. Over the weekend, Gillen dropped her first post-show update photos showing off the crisp lines and flawless structure that catapulted her all the way to the top of the division. The strides we saw Gillen make throughout the 2017 season were nothing short of amazing, but edging out reigning Olympia champ LaToya Watts and a surging Candice Lewis has to rank right up there as one of the all-time great performances in the history of the division. But now that she's sitting at the top of the mountain looking down, it'll be interesting to see if she can refocus that same passion and hunger to hold off the hungry group of challengers in 2018. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.